Today, I want to challenge you to experience the power embedded in your subconsciousness. The answers you're looking for are in your subconscious mind. You can think of your subconscious mind as the unseen part of your life. It's the part of your being that's like behind the scenes, below the surface, like roots of a tree, unseen but vital. Much of your untapped potential resides in your subconsciousness. And I've spent the past 15 years of my life teaching my clients how to tap into their hidden potential. My coaching techniques elevate my clients' lifestyles by helping them channel their subconscious, unlived lives to the surface of their consciousness. It's like drawing living water out of a deep well. As the scripture said, from his innermost being will flow rivers of living water. Your innermost being has the answers to your most pressing questions and the solutions to your worrisome challenges. And if you'd like to get started unlocking answers from your unconscious mind and creating powerful life outcomes from within, I'm going to recommend one small step that will only take 10 minutes of your time to complete. Maybe you're in a place in your life right now where you're afraid to take a leap of faith as an entrepreneur by leaving your very comfortable full-time job. Maybe you're contemplating becoming a digital nomad and traveling around the world while you support yourself with freelance work, but you're afraid to take that leap of faith. Or maybe, just maybe, you've met the man or woman of your dreams, but he or she doesn't know you exist, and you're afraid to take a leap of faith and introduce yourself. Whatever the case might be for you, I want you to know that a big leap of faith isn't necessary to achieve your dreams. Real progress that's measurable and sustainable is made by baby steps forward, not a huge giant leap across the Grand Canyon. So here is your first baby step towards ultimate happiness, and it's called the Speed Coaching Challenge. The Speed Coaching Challenge will be your first step towards reaching into your untapped potential and pulling out your transformation. The actual challenge only takes 5 minutes to complete, but a 10-minute window of opportunity is given to you, so let's break down what happens in those 10 minutes. In the first 2 minutes, you are introduced to the Speed Coaching Challenge and your coach. For the next 5 minutes, you're in the zone inside the challenge and the clock is ticking. You will have 5 minutes to clearly and concisely express one most pressing challenge or one thing in your life causing you the most pain right now. Of course, you need to express that one issue quickly enough to begin the dialogue between you and the coach so that we can progress towards viable solutions. Here's an example of a young man who started this challenge off with a bang.
Okay, so my most pressing problem right now, I'm working on this really big group project. It's super important for my portfolio if I want to get a job. I'm a game design student, but there's this one guy on my team. He's our writer. He's the one who makes the cutscenes, and he's the one who designs the levels for like everything in the game. But I don't trust his work. His work is really, really subpar, and it doesn't look like he's putting in all the effort that he needs to for this to be a good portfolio piece. So I'm wondering how I can express, hey, please step it up without sounding rude or sounding like I'm excluding him.
Wow. Now that was clear, concise, and quick. Let's give that young man a hand. By accepting this challenge, you are competing against yourself and internally rewarding yourself by clearly and concisely defining your deepest need. Each one of us is used to casually expressing our issues to friends and family, but we don't put that much thought into those conversations. We express our thoughts as they randomly come just to rant or vent out our frustrations, But for this challenge, ranting will cost you valuable time. The most interesting aspect of the experience are the wins you achieve in a short period of time. Win number one is in being vulnerable enough to reach out to a coaching professional for help with something that is holding you back or weighing you down. By accepting the challenge, you must be willing to set aside the tirade and just give the speed coach the facts in a way that clearly and concisely defines the problem. If you can be clear, concise, and quick, that's win number two. It's the coach's job to lead you to win number three by asking insightful, courageous questions to help you think through the problem and make progress towards a viable solution. Insightful questions open the participant's mind to see his or her problem as a solvable riddle, and as their perspective begins to expand, that's win number three. Now, I'm happy with 3 wins, but I push for win number 4, which is co-creating at least one solution you can get excited about. If we get to win number 4 in 5 minutes, you would have truly tasted the power of success coaching and leave thinking, that was delicious. So let's go back to my coaching session with the young game designer and hear more. You are deliberating about whether to confront this guy, which is courageous, and I commend you for wanting to speak up. I also note that you cannot change what you will not confront. So let me ask you, what is your fear in confronting this person?
My fear is probably that it'll cause unnecessary tension that will delay the project a lot, because we had something like this before. We had tension when he was trying to change up the story, and we were delayed an entire week, and our midterm presentation was super subpar. I just want to say something that could make it click. Hey, I'm going to revise my work before I put in anything or present it to the group. Because, until now, he's just been defending his stuff with, it's a draft until it's time to present.
Do you think the other members of your team would be willing to do an intervention with the outlier and confront him about his performance?
I've only recently brought it up on my own, and that's the sort of reason I know some others agree with me. It's probably more like one person that feels the same way I do, and 2 others who have acknowledged that his work needs some improvement, while others will defend it with, it's just a draft, that's what drafts look like. And I'm thinking, my drafts don't look like that. I could bring it up in a meeting. I'm just not sure how it'll go. I don't want it to end with he's just sending in drafts, don't worry about it.
Is it more important for you to confront this guy just to express your concerns, or is it more important to you not to rock the boat and tolerate his poor performance?
It's more important to say what's on my chest, to just go ahead and let it out, because when it comes to it, keeping quiet is going to pay me for the rest of the semester and until I get a job, because my strongest portfolio piece is him as a writer and level designer. Where if I just said something, it would be tense for a week or 2, and that's it.
That's great. Now you have a path forward. So here's what I'm going to recommend. When you talk with Zach, package what you want inside of what he needs. Zach has certain needs as it relates to this project and in building his game design portfolio. When you meet with him, spend some time understanding his needs, then package your need inside of his need in such a way that it will appear that you provided him with a solution to his problem, something that solely benefits him. Is that doable?
That sounds doable.
Win, 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 win. That's 4 win, guys. How amazing. But we're only up to 7 minutes. The remaining 3 minutes are used to wrap up the conversation, answer any follow-up questions you might have, and exchange social media information. There you have it. 10 life-changing minutes summed up in a flash. The universe is waiting to see how you will respond to this opportunity. Will you back down or accept this challenge by reserving a time slot today?